just beat Sonic 06. So I played Sonic 06 for the first time, like, ever. The trauma is still fresh. I beat it two days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. I technically kind of played it as a kid, not really though. A friend of mine had Sonic 06 when it first came out on the PS3. I went to their house and they were playing it and I watched them play it, and that is about as far as I got. I've wanted to play it. I didn't think it would really be that bad. I really didn't. I went into this with a little bit of hope. Whether or not that was a good or bad idea to go in with a little hope, I'd say it was a good idea. Because I went into this expecting it to be better than what I've heard, but worse than the best. I wanted to do something, you know, to challenge me. I wanted to be able to say, I beat the entirety of Sonic 06, and I did that. It took about a month, I think. So I wanted to talk about it because I tweeted it out and people were like, hey, did you played it? So what'd you think? Did you think it was good? Did you think it was bad? Of course, most of them assume I thought it was bad. I don't want to be like, Sonic 06 is bad. Sonic 06 is the worst game. And I also don't want to be Sonic 06 is a misunderstood classic. I don't want to be either of those. I want to be real. I want to give you a real. This is my first time ever playing Sonic 06. Not a kid, so I don't have any nostalgia. I don't even really have any nostalgia for the Sonic series in general. I played Sonic Adventure as a kid. I didn't play the 2D games like for real until recently. After playing all that, I went for my next Sonic game as Sonic 06, and this is my opinion. The music's good. You know, I've actually heard some Sonic 06 songs before and I didn't even realize it. So when I played the game, I was like, oh, I know that song. Oh, I love this song. So it's great. Some of it, I absolutely detest. The song that plays when you're doing like the side quests and like trying to save the girl. I think it's mostly the trauma of those like, things when you're in, you know, Solaris and you have to protect random NPC number 37. I'd say a good 75% of Sonic 06 soundtrack is pretty good. I'd say 10% is like, oh, that's freaking amazing. I would love to listen to that on my own. It's just like, oh, beautiful, masterpiece. And like 5%, did I count that right? I think so. 5% is trash. Let's talk about something else good. The voice actors. The voice acting is bad, but the voice actors are good. They're the same voice actors as Sonic X, which is a TV show that I watched as a kid. So I love the voice actors. They're great. But the voice acting sucked. And I blame that completely on, you know, the direction. Because they're fine voice actors. If you watch Sonic X, they're fine voice. You know what? I'll even pull it up. Oh! I don't know, is this claimed? But this wasn't what I was looking for, but this is exactly what I needed. Here we go.
Yo, Knuckles!
Well, it's about time. I'm getting attacked by everything but the kitchen sink.
Too bad using our fists isn't gonna work for long. Water's all that really works on them. The firefighters are on the way. You and I'll have to do our best to fight them back in the meantime.
Okay, listen to this voicing.
Sonic, I must commend you in your valiant efforts to annihilate my army of attacking appliances, but I'm afraid my menacing machines are still on the march.
The attacking appliance episode. You know that episode. So that's Sonic X. The same people who voiced Sonic 06. And let me pull up Sonic 06 real quick. Here we go. Let's see that emotion. Elise just died. The animation shows pain, suffering, sadness. Let's see how our voice actors portray that in this scene.
Wait. There's still a way to change this. If we return to an earlier point in time,
say your lines, Sonic. Let's go.
We'll be able to save her. I understand.
Sonic, please talk.
Chaos control!
The real Sonic fan, by the way. Only the real Sonic fan knows what's up. Okay, Sonic.
Silver! I could handle this myself. Besides, you got somewhere to go, right? You! I'll make sure to change Elise's fate. And that, in turn, should change your future, too.
That's it. That's what I was looking for. That's what Andrew was looking for. Oh my gosh. That is the most, like, it's literally like I was given zero direction on where to go with this audio. What we should have done is that, like, for instance, I'll make sure to change Alicia's fate, and in turn, that should change your future too. But instead, it was more like, I'm gonna change Elise's fate, and in turn, that'll change your future too. I know they're good voice actors. You watch Sonic X, they'd be good voice actors. And I rewatched it, you know, just to make sure, because I was like, you know, maybe I watched it as a child, so maybe it's not that, maybe it's not that good. But it's good. It's legitimate voicing. They're fighting freaking kitchen counters and who knows what else. But the voice acting was good. They sounded like they were attacking stuff, and now people are dead, and it's like, I'm going to change their fate. I understand. Oh my gosh. And once again, I don't blame the voice actors from that. It's just, I don't think they got any direction. I think they were just given a script with no context, and then we're just like, just say the words, and then they were like, okay, here's my first take, and they're like, perfect, that's good. I guess I should probably talk about the story too. So that scene you just watched, if for some reason you don't know Sonic 06's just superb storyline, I've been told that it's actually pretty good. Is it pretty good? I don't know, because I didn't freaking understand what was going on. If I'm wrong with this, that's just because they didn't explain it well. Because believe me, my eyes were glued to those cutscenes. They're beautiful in their own distinct kind of way. So from what I got is that Solaris has a flame, and the flame is powerful, so they wanted to use that flame for power, but then you don't do that, and it created a shadow and a flame, and then the flame is inside Elise, but in the shadow became Shadow, and Sonic's here for some reason. I don't know how any of them even got there. Silver went back in time because Mephiles said that Sonic was the Iblis trigger, and Iblis is the flame and with Mephiles that creates Solaris. Huh? There's way too much time travel. Time travel is something that few people can do really well, because they have to, you gotta think about, like, what is this? If you change something in the past, how will it affect the future? It can't just be like, oh, he goes in the past to change the future to make this bad thing stop from happening. But if that's the case in the future, why would he do it? Because there's no bad thing. And then it just creates all this stuff. And if you think and you really, really focus on making it good, it can be really, really good. Sonic 06 did not do that. They were just like, oh, they go back in time, which creates this, but then there's also this, and then Shadow had to leave the Scepter of Darkness back behind so that way Mephiles can be reborn, because that's what happens in the past, and then Eggman steals it, but for some reason he didn't have a single plan in order to control the world, so he just kind of released it and was like, oopsie. The storyline, I bet you could read like a really good theory, like you know, oh, this is how the story was meant to be, and that's fine. The problem is that this was not the way it was portrayed, and that's the biggest issue. Let's talk about the gameplay. Shall we talk about the gameplay? I'm not trying to make this like, boo, Sonic 06. I'm just giving this my opinion. I heard a lot of people say that there were some major issues in Sonic 06 that could make it where you like fall through the floor, game's over, dead, boom, this happened, and now I have to restart this whole thing because of something a glitch that happened where the platform literally didn't spawn. I didn't experience any of those. I experienced dumb things like bad collisions that caused me to freaking not land on a platform or get hit when I wasn't supposed to. I experienced those, but it wasn't like anything super major. There were glitches. You could move around and you'd find a million glitches. There's one time I just killed Amy. Like, I just walked into her in the hub world and she died and didn't respawn, so her corpse was just laying there. But that's part of the fun, you know what I mean? That's just part of the fun. There was a lot of like weird glitches that could be like, you know, you stand on a corner and all of a sudden your character goes. There was a lot of weird stuff like that, and it's fine. It made the game more interesting because if they fixed like some of the major like Knuckles climbing on air glitches or stuff like that, I think the game would be less fun. Because it's something about watching Sonic going uphill on his snowboard for no good reason that's kind of fun. And there's also some really cool glitches that you can use for like speedrunning. And that I really, really love that. This game is a great speedrunning game. I had some speedrunners in chat, Gordon, shout out to you, who helped me with a lot of things. Gordon is a Shadow the Hedgehog speedrunner. In fact, let me find his channel. Shadow Story. First freaking plays. Gordon. Absolutely amazing. So Gordon was actually in my Twitch chat helping me out with some of the different techniques to be able to do things better and faster. For instance, there's like one technique where you can clip through doors. Let me see if I can find it. Yo, that was actually really cool. Yo, you can go under the lava? Gordon, you never told me about this trick. So like, you can, oh my gosh. It just ends. I love it. I love it. That's what makes Sonic 06 so interesting. There's things like that, and like if you jump and press the pause button on the same frame, you can get a huge speed boost that'll let you clip through walls. And I used that trick quite a bit. It was really, really good. I will say, I really do love Sonic 06 speedrunning. It's spelled Gordon Ramsay. So feel free to check this out. Shadow's playthrough was the best one. Sonic was kind of weird with certain things like trying to swing on vines. There's a whole lot of kissing. There's the one kiss at the end, but then there's like throughout the whole thing is this weird like undertone. You get to like this part where it's like the trial of love, and you have to literally choose between Amy or Elise, and it's just like, huh? I thought I was playing a Sonic game, and I chose Amy, and it changed nothing. Apparently there was supposed to be some kind of like branching path with that. No, but yeah, Sonic was kind of weird, and the levels were kind of iffy at times. Shadow was great. I really did enjoy Shadow. Rouge wasn't too bad in the Shadow playthrough, and we got Shooty McShooterson, Omega, I think probably the worst voice acting in the game. I thought Omega was probably the most interesting character because the Omega actually goes through, like, you know, I killed, or I encapsulated Shadow in the future, so he couldn't do anything. It was my fault, and I have to deal with that because Shadow is my friend now. But it wasn't like explored. Silver. Let's talk about Silver, shall we? Silver the Hedgehog is terrible. There didn't need to be physics in this Sonic game. Every time you break a crate, it freaking slows down the game to a halt. And the reason for that is because of Silver. Silver the Hedgehog, he grabs an item and just freaking chucks it across the room. And it's like, that's where all the physics are just based on that. Because you have to like stand on a crate, use the physics to grab you up and move you over there. The console were capable of doing that. I don't like how Silver has zero combat. So you have to like shock them, grab them, throw them. Grab object, throw. You can't actually attack anything directly. Silver's still freaking slow compared to all these other characters. But Blaze is an amazing character. Blaze had a double jump, like attack spinning thing. You also had like the lock on and flying everywhere, and Blaze moved fast, and I enjoyed Blaze's stages. But there was only like 3, and it wasn't even like a full stage. It was just like a section where it was like, hey, I can press this button, and then you play Blaze for like 5 seconds. Amy was rough. Amy was real rough because when you attack with Amy, the range is so small, you have to be standing on top of them, and then you get hurt. That was probably the most bad part, because in Sonic Adventure, you freaking like, you use your hammer and you do like a freaking hammer spin attack. Nope, not here. Let's talk levels. So, there's only like 7 levels maybe, in Sonic 06. I'm definitely not doing the exact count, but every level is reused with every character almost. The level design is pretty bad. Because they reused the same stage for every one, you go like different pathways through the exact same stages. And I saw some good stuff. I don't remember it, but I remember there was some parts that was like, oh, that's pretty good. You keep doing the same thing. You keep killing enemies, pressing a switch, killing enemies, pressing a switch, moving around here. There wasn't really any like platforming except for like a few different times. And even then, I'm kind of glad of that because the platforming is pretty rough. And the stages, oh my gosh, they're like 20 minutes long sometimes. I don't know if it's just because I'm bad, but it's just like, holy frick, I didn't need a stage to be 20 minutes long. Because if you get a game over, you gotta start from the beginning. The last level of the game is so freaking rough, dude. You have to go through every single character except for Sonic. Grab a Chaos Emerald. And you have to do it in one run. If you get a game over, and you're only given like 4 lives, you have to start from the beginning. And they have a one-hit kill enemy that sucks you in. Let me just show you something. Okay. So I want you to watch it. This is me. Those little eyes are one-hit kills. Please, I just don't want to have to worry about you. Okay, and then I jump up here, and then you jump up here. I have no lives, by the way. Watch this. No, are you freaking kidding? Are you kidding me? Dead. I hate this. I hate this game. This game is so freaking bullcrap. This is such bullcrap. That's not. It's because they made it where the thing wouldn't land. I hate that level. I hate that level so much. Let's talk about good stuff. I like Mephiles. I don't like that he has no mouth, so he's just gonna like. It's kind of weird. Also, just kind of Shadow again, where it's Shadow, so it looks like Shadow for a majority of it. But the Mephiles was interesting. Mephiles' boss battle with like a bunch of like laughing like Mephiles hedgehogs just going everywhere. That's about the extent of it because it was kind of underused. Sonic 06 had some good ideas. It's had some interesting. I'm sure the planning of the game sounded really cool. It's just it did not end up well. It's just because everything was half-baked. Everything had problems that just couldn't be fixed or didn't get fixed. Just because people didn't want to work on it right now or didn't have the ability to because Sega wanted it out and they moved development teams and people who wanted this to be fixed couldn't fix it in time. And put it this way, the amount of crust there is, like just a layer of crust. I don't even know if the game would be good if it was like fully realized, no glitches, good voice acting. I feel like it would be good, but the amount of crust on there, it could have maybe boring. I don't know. Would I play it again? No. No, I would not play it again because it is just, it was funny to laugh with people and be like, oh, that's cringe and go together on Twitch and chat with people about it and learn the speedrunning tactics. I would not play it again casually. Speedrunning it, on the other hand, that's not a bad idea. I enjoyed some aspects of the game. I didn't enjoy quite a few other aspects of the game. It's by far not the best Sonic game. It is by far not the worst Sonic game. It still feels like Sonic Adventure. It's different. And this felt nostalgic in a way, and I think that's what really helped. But I wouldn't play it again. I'd play Sonic Adventure 1 again, any day. That game's broken, but it's still held together much more tightly. I feel like you could make Sonic 06 a palatable experience, and I would play it again, maybe. Now, I will say there is something called Project 06 that I haven't seen yet. So it's a fan kind of like attempt to remake Sonic 06. I want to watch it together because I haven't seen any of this, and I will eventually play it on the stream. But until then, let's take a look, shall we? Here we go. Full playthrough.
I've got to hurry and save Elise.
Well, at least they kept the voice acting. I gotta hurry and save Elise. I mean, it already looks like it controls better. I like how they reuse the same animations. That's good. It really does look like Sonic 06, but running at a stable frame rate. Wow, this really does look good. Especially, I think just the fact that the game runs at a stable frame rate alone is good. And the game looks beautiful too. You know what? Once again, I will say they didn't do anything with the CG. There's no cutscenes, no nothing. It's literally just the gameplay. But I will say, it looks pretty freaking sweet. It already looks like it controls better. It's smooth. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to give this a try. Look, they've even got tails? Oh, they fixed the flying mechanics. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Tails' flying mechanics were like freaking messed up. Yeah, okay. This looks good. Does that mean that the game will be good? I don't freaking know. There's so much more to this game that makes it a flawed experience that I feel like saying that even if this does control well, saying like, this is it, it's now the best Sonic game, is like saying Sonic CD is the best Sonic game. I remember that, you know, Sonic CD was considered like the gem, the hidden gem, and then it came out again and people could play it and it was fixed up and people were like, oh, it's just okay. And I feel like the same thing's gonna happen with Sonic 06. At its best, it was okay. At its worst, it was rough. I think I would stand firm in saying that this game is an average Sonic game underneath all that crust. It's just an average Sonic game.